Hey guys, how you doing? It's Alan with WL Madden, and hopefully the links went out. I'm not quite sure if the links went out. Someone was saying that maybe the link didn't go out, so hopefully it did. We have an exciting training for you guys. Hey Brian, how you guys doing? And good job, Brian did a great job. He actually talked to a business owner about the cash discount program. I believe that we're working with them. I know in Canada they have some issues with the different provinces, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But we're going to wait a couple minutes for everybody to get on. I'm going to talk to you guys about funding and the different types of funding that are available out there, so that way you guys can get a clear understanding about how the funding works. We're doing really well with the funding. As you guys know, I've been super busy. We're putting some systems in place. I need to be very on deck with these guys as we put the systems in place. Is a bunch of useful tools for you guys that we're going to be using to help you with your websites, to be able to give you even more opportunity. As you guys know, with WL Madden, our concept is to be able to work with our agents to be able to earn money together as a network. It isn't about what a lot of programs out there that are trying to sell products that really aren't effective for you. We're not going to help you to generate income. So we have some amazing tools that we're bringing to the table. We're going to be talking about funding today, the different types of funding. This is a training that I put together so that you guys can understand and have a little bit more clarity on the different types of funding that are available. For everybody that's new out there and that's going to be watching this webinar, I did want to recap a few things. So we have a back office that right now doesn't have the video lineup that we would like to. So you guys are getting links to a lot of YouTube videos. We're going to be stacking the back office with different training series that are step-by-step. Right now, there's videos on YouTube. So I want to make sure that if you're new, you understand what's really available, because when you first come into the program, you might be speaking to someone with limited knowledge about all the services that are out there and how the database works. So I want to make sure you guys are downloading the mobile application. I want you guys to understand how to use the back office. Also, the tools that are available on the front of your website. We have some amazing tools for you guys to use, but if you don't know about them, then they're impossible to use. So if you go to YouTube and you type in WL Madden agents, there's a few videos that you can see on there as far as how to go take a business to the funding page and how to actually get the business to go right there themselves and get funding within 24 hours and have the money put in their account the very next day without even talking to an agent. So as long as you put the name of the business owner in your back office, we'll see that go through the portal, and then you'll get your commission on that deal. Also, the SEO services and how to actually do a business scan, how to download the mobile application. Those are all videos that are right now under WL Madden Agents. If you type that into YouTube, there's a series of videos that will come up. We had a couple of agents. Brandon put a few videos together that explain a few things. Again, we're going to be putting them in the back office, so it makes it a little bit easier step by step, but they're not there yet. And I want to make sure that you guys have access to those tools and you understand what it is that you really have with WL Madden, all the relationships that we bring to the table for you, all the different services that every single business needs. Again, WL Madden is a consulting firm that offers every business service that a small to medium-sized business could possibly need. Our role, obviously, is once you guys initiate contact or get us any information on the business, we're going to try to get the money. Then our sales staff is going to stay in contact with those business owners to sell them other services. So as you already know, you get paid large upfront commissions on funding. There's a 25% commission across the board for anything that you guys do, whether it's upfront or if it's residual, meaning on a monthly basis. Now, the best part about it is that we're going to take care of them on the funding end, get your commission, but our salespeople here work off the same commission structure that you work off of. So if you get 25% on a deal, guess what? Our sales guys also get 25%. That's why they work so hard on your deals, to make sure that they can also make money. That's the best part about this program. I also want you to understand that we stay in contact with the business owner to sell them other services. Even though that you didn't initiate the business for those services, you're still going to get paid the commission, because we're building long-term relationships with these business owners, and you're going to get paid on every service they use from us. So you might have a lead that you initially got a commission for funding, and then all of a sudden you start getting a monthly residual commission on credit card processing or SEO services services. Another commission might come in for websites. And some of you guys are doing an amazing job bringing in leads to the table. So we're really building out this department now, this office here, to be able to handle the volume that you guys are bringing to the table. And we've come such a long way since the beginning, but we still have a little ways to go because we want to make sure that you guys have all the tools that you need. So it looks like we have enough people on here that I'm going to start talking about the funding right now. Explain to you guys the different types of funding that are out there and explain to you how this all works. And as you guys know, we have some larger deals that look like they're about to close. When that happens, it's going to be a blessing for everybody. It's going to be able to speed up the process for a lot of things that we're doing for our agents. And there's a few of you, you know who you are, that we're going to be working very closely with to make sure you get caught up to speed. So let's talk about the different types of funding that are out there right now. Okay, we have the first type of funding that we have. Okay, it's called the cash advance. Cash advances, merchant funding. These are deals that are $250,000 and under. Okay, $250,000 and under is going to be a business that needs, a small mom and pop shop up to a medium-sized business. That's going to be a deal that we do. It's called a cash advance. What we do is we take a look at the business. It doesn't matter if they have bad credit. All that matters is two things. Have they been in business for at least 3 months? And do they bring in at least $10,000 on a monthly basis? Those are the two qualifications for a cash advance or a funding deal. Okay. Now, these deals aren't always the best for the business owner because if they have bad credit, it's pretty much all that they can get. Now, there's a lot of different types of loans out there, but the cash advances pay you out the most amount of money. A cash advance, just so you understand what we make on a cash advance, is roughly 10% of the funded amount. So just to go over that real quick with you, if we do a $100,000 business loan, okay, $100,000 business loan. Hopefully you can see that. Our company earns $10,000. Okay, you guys get a 25% commission on that. In this particular scenario, you're talking about a $2,500 commission check that would come in, 25%. What's going to happen after that? We're going to try to get their processing after that. If we get their processing accounts, and why are we going to try to do that first? Because we can save the money. We have direct pass-through with Visa and MasterCard through Mercatech. So, of course, we can save the money on regular processing or on the cash discount program. And on the monthly residual basis, if we're making $400 a month, all right, then you're looking at $100. So now all of a sudden you have a monthly residual coming in. Now, as you guys already know, 9 times out of 10, the businesses are going to take a second and third cash advance out 4 to 6 months out. Okay, so when they start paying back these loans and they need more money to do whatever they're going to do, they're going to come right back to us, and you guys are going to get yet another commission check on the funding. We might start talking to them about a website and some SEO services, and that's when you guys will start to get more checks on the same lead. So sometimes the process is a little bit slow and it seems a little bit tedious, but it's starting to happen now. We've been around for a little bit and we're starting to see businesses that are using these multiple services. We just had another business take a second loan, which is great. And, I wanted to make sure that you guys truly understand the process and what we actually give to you. So nobody else has anything like what we're doing. Nobody gives you live sales support. Nobody else out there has mobile applications for you to talk directly to our sales staff and all the business service side. With our program, you're dealing directly with the sources. Okay, that's the best part about working with us. At the same time as you're learning about all these different business services, right? So if you ever need to, know how, and with any business that you're going to get involved with, you guys are going to need the same services that we offer anyways. Now you guys get a huge discount on those services because you guys know how they work, and you're getting that 25% commission, which would be a discount if you were using them yourself. So just like any other business, there's going to be a process of setting it up, an LLC, a product or a service. Then you need a website to market it. And then obviously you need merchant processing, maybe a loan, whatever the case might be. So these are the same services that you're going to learn about that you're going to need with any business that you might get involved with down the road as well. So that's the amazing part about working with a consulting firm, is that you're going to learn about all the consulting services we offer. So now that's the cash advances that I just explained to you. And these are most common for businesses. Okay. Doesn't matter about the credit, as we talked about. It can be, as low as 500 on the credit score, as long as they're bringing in how much? $10,000 a month. Okay, and they've been in business 3 months, we can get the deal done. And even if they already have a loan, we can take second, third, and fourth positions on the loans. That way, it's basically anything that you guys, any of these deals that there's a way to get the money back to the actual bank, we're going to get the deal funded for you. And we're super aggressive. We work through a pool of different lenders. We have a ton of relationships out there. As you guys know, right on the front of your website, if you click funding, read more, you can actually, there's a little red button, and you can actually have the business owner go directly to one of our banks. That system right there is completely automated for up to $100,000 instantly within 24 hours. The money will be in their account the very next day. They don't even have to talk to an agent at all. Okay. Now that's not going to be every deal. That's if they just need under 100,000 and they have decent, a decent credit score. But if it's a typical scenario where someone doesn't have good credit, which is a lot of business owners and a lot of people in the country, as we know, right, is their credit is not where it should be. So that's why they have to go after these cash advances and get these types of loans done. Now we work with the higher end cash advance companies and funding groups, so they're a lot lighter on some of the rates. They don't try to gouge people. We try to help them out as much as possible, but obviously your commission and the company's commission does come out of that. And then with our company, because we don't just do funding, we're here to help the business owner so they don't have to borrow loans like that forever. We want to get a couple loans done with them and fix their company, get their credit fixed, get them more business in the door. That way they don't need to take those loans anymore, but they're sticking with us on the processing. Who knows what else they might buy from us or where it might lead. Some of it might lead to a multi-million-dollar funding deal. And that's what this is all about, is building relationships over the course of time. Okay. Now, the second type of funding that I want to talk to you about is called credit card stacking. And what this is simply using 0% credit cards. We have relationships with all different types of vendors that can help business owners. If it's a startup business and they have decent credit, we can help them get 0% interest cards. We have the ability to know which cards to get them to do what's called stacking. So typically, if you were to go online and you were to try to get yourself approved for a credit card and you try to get a bunch of them, the system's not going to let you do that. Okay, the companies we work through, they have very good relationships. They know which cards to go after, which ones they're going to work for them, and the time to go after them. They stack them up, and they can get them sometimes $100,000 in 0% credit cards. Okay, that's for startup businesses. We can do that, but the business owner needs to have good credit, or they need to have someone in their family or something of that nature that has decent credit in order to do something like that. It's got to be at least a 630 to a 650, and even 630 is pushing it. If it's over 650, we can typically help someone out. And like I said, we'll bend over backwards to get someone the money they need, because we already know they're probably going to use it with us to get their business going, get their website up, get a mobile application for their business, put themselves on the first page of Google, whatever it is that we can help them with to grow. That's how we're going to build our company, is by having long-term success with these businesses. Okay, so to get more information on credit card stacking, we'll do a completely separate webinar on it, but I wanted to let you know it is available. I wouldn't try to go after startup businesses if I were, an agent myself, and I am. So I mean, that's not what I typically go after. What do I want to really get involved with is that the medium-sized businesses that have been in business for a little bit, those funding deals go through a lot quicker. They're a lot easier to get done. Okay. Now, on the credit card stacking, the commission also isn't quite as high. We're typically going to be looking at, 7.5% of the total funded amount to 8%. So it's going to be a little bit less money. You'll get that 25%. But again, you're talking about $20,000 or $30,000 in credit cards. And so the commission is probably going to be in the range of $500 to $1,000 on something like that. Then we're still going to set them up with processing. And as you guys know, on the processing, we've already gone through several webinars to where the processing, we have ways for you to make commissions on the actual terminals as well, on the leases on the equipment. So I'm sure you guys have watched the webinar on the merchant services and how that all works. All right. The next thing I want to talk about, and what's really happening right now with WL Madden, and what's going to take us to the next level and be able to give you guys what you really need and more tools and more resources, is going to be joint venture capital funding. Okay, this is going to be deals that are over, in the millions of dollars. Okay, these deals right here, I want to kind of explain briefly how they work to you and explain how easy they really can be to get done. And the reason I want to take the time to explain this to you is because everybody knows somebody. We've already talked about this before, is that we're all connected by 6 or 7 points, whatever it is, and everybody knows somebody. And if you keep your ears open and you market yourself correctly online, you're going to run into situations where Billy knows Bob and Bob works for this company and they're looking for $50 million. They're building a water slide park down the road, whatever the case might be, and they need another 50 million, 100 million, 20 million. And we've been surprised at how these deals started funneling in. As a matter of fact, that's about what's about to happen here. We've been working really hard on a couple of bigger deals because we want to make sure that we can bring more tools to the table. As you guys know, I'm very committed to working with Bill's company. I own some of the business service companies. I do the training with you guys, and I want to give it 100% because I know how hard you guys work. We also have some different things that are running, campaigns that are running for agents that we want to make sure are well taken care of, and we want to make sure we have the tools. We have a brand new software coming out that's going to take that to the next level as well, and you guys are definitely going to get a bang for your buck, so to speak. So what I want to talk about on the joint venture capital funding, this is how it works. Okay, if there's a deal that needs in the millions of dollars, 20, 30 million dollars, all we need is the contact of the person that needs that kind of money. Then we're going to send out a little bit of paperwork to them. We're going to secure our money with that person and let them know, hey, there's a finder's fee involved. We're going to be putting together some paperwork for you. We have a pool of lenders, and now it's starting to grow even bigger due to us building more and more relationships. So we have a pool of lenders. We're going to take that deal. We're going to make sure that we get it in the hands of the right person. If it's an oil deal, it's going to go over here. If it's a CBD deal, it's going to go over here. If it's a water treatment facility, it's going to go over here. Whatever the case might be, we're already learning really quick on these bigger deals exactly which lenders like what. And because we've been bringing such good files to the table, and you guys have been doing such a good job bringing us actual good files, these lenders are loving us, and they're starting to call us to build stronger relationships. They're trying to get exclusivity with us, which, as you guys know, we'll never do. The reason we don't want to do that is because we want to leave the doors open for the best relationships possible as we grow as a company. And that's only going to benefit you guys. Okay, so on the joint venture capital funding, what we're going to do is we're going to send out our paperwork, secure the commission on the deal. If it's a $50 million deal, it's going to be typically a 1% commission. That's $500,000. You guys get paid 25% of that. So as you can do the math pretty easily, but 25% of $500,000 is $125,000. We're talking about life-changing commissions on these deals. Now, we've been known to mess around with the commissions a little bit as well and give out larger commissions because we want to make sure you guys are well taken care of. If you guys are making good money with any of our products or services, obviously we want to make sure that you continue to work with us and you continue to grow with us, and we can explore this whole industry together. So understand that we can do this all around the world. It doesn't matter what country it's in. We can get deals done. They'll fly back and forth and sideways to get these deals done. And it's a very quickly growing industry right now. It's private money. So the good news is that we're able to pay out these commissions because there's no laws behind it right now. The laws are not there where they are in real estate and insurance and things like that. There's laws against paying out commissions, where in our industry, because it's all private money, we're able to pay out these huge commissions that are life-changing to our agents like you. We're going to be putting together some really useful tools to be able to show you guys how to market yourself online for these specific products. And we've come up with some pretty unique ways to show you how to put the verbiage together and how to get the word out there. So we're going to be doing some webinars and putting some training videos up in the back office relatively soon. I know you guys, a few of you have been hearing that for a minute, but we keep having to change a few of the videos because we want to make sure that they completely, as we're growing as a company and building more relationships, we're adding to the video collection. We're going to be dumping that into the back office, and again, going step by step on each one of these services. But on these different services right here, this is what we offer for funding, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the way that you get paid. So again, on the cash advance, you're looking at about 10% is what our company makes on the funded amount. On $100,000, that's $10,000. 25% commission goes to the agent that brings the deal in, and that's going to go straight, so $2,500 goes straight to you. Again, the best part is you guys are making commissions on all the other services that our salespeople are going to stay in touch with these business owners and sell them. So there's no more work for you. If you don't want to be involved in any more of the process, you're still going to get the commissions, and that's the power of this program. We've come such a long way, like we talked about earlier, and now we're starting to get to the point where the money's going to start coming in, and we're going to be able to explode with the program and give you guys what you have coming, because we wanted to give you, much and much more. We have such a big idea in Bill's company and his structure and what he wanted to do for you guys. And unfortunately, it's very expensive to run a company that has all these services, salespeople, customer service. And so, to buy these different software packages that we're needing to buy to make the program even better, and all the things that we need to do to be able to track and everything else, we'll finally be able to have the resources that are really needed to grow to the next level and show you guys how to get right into our database and how to send out email blasts and things of that nature. So let's go through some questions here real quick, and that way I can make sure that I answer all the questions that you guys might have. And what I'll do for you is, let's take a look here. I have some phone calls coming with a few of you as well. So you guys know who you are on the phone calls that I have to be coming out to you guys. So over the next week, again, Marissa just got back from Texas. She will be booking appointments, one-on-ones for me to speak with a few of you that we need to have a few words. That way we can go over any questions that you might have about different services that you might have gotten involved with. I'll make sure that you're well taken care of. But right now, if we have any questions about funding, about the different ways that funding works, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them, okay? Phone Saturday. Yes, I will be talking to you, Mr. Dillon, Horizon Scanner, on Saturday. And hey, David, how are you? It's good to see you. Not really see you, but you can see me. I can't see you. Let's see. Jessica, Ellen, I'm going to watch the replay of this tomorrow. I've had a crazy bad migraine. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Jessica. Okay, so CatBat, is there someone I can talk to about setting up my website? Absolutely. Yeah, your website is already set up, by the way. As soon as you become an agent, we plug you right in. We gave you an agent ID number, a username and password, and then that changes the link on your site, and that's your website. And then you have a mobile application. You use the same username and password to get into the mobile application, and then that's how you're going to send information to us. So that is your website. You have your own back office with the website. In that back office, you're going to be able to see all the leads that you send in, the responses to the leads, the notes, if any activities happening on any of the leads. And I do want to kind of remind you guys, I know Mike talks to a lot of you guys, we'll call pretty much anything that's back there. So, but the fact is that the best type of lead is a lead that has a service that's needed, a best time to call them, and that you've made some type of contact with that person. That's what we're looking for, because then we can get our foot in the door. And I don't want you guys to be shy to give us a call right here at the office. You have some of our cell phone numbers as well. Again, this program is much different than things you might have been involved with before, because I own some of the business service companies. I want to be in direct contact with you and close deals with you. I know Mike is real excited to be working with you to close deals. You guys are going to be listening in on some of these deals. You're more than welcome to listen to the whole process, and it's a learn as you go program. We really want to teach you all about consulting in general, show you how to analyze a business, and show you how to tell them which services they really need. Once you start talking to a business owner, it's real easy to hit their, pinpoint their hot buttons once you know how to do it. And we want to really, at the end of the day, teach you how to have your own consulting company, which is what you have, right? You have every single one of our salespeople, our customer service at your disposal. You have all of us that are backing you and here to help you. And then it just comes down to training. But we can definitely show you how to operate the website. If you need a new walkthrough and you need to get reset and get a better understanding, we will definitely go through that with you and show you everything you need to know on how to operate the website and how to send leads in, how to download the mobile application. So if you have an iPhone, you're going to go to the Apple store and go to the App Store and type in WL Madden. You want to get the user app, download it, put your username and password in, and you're in. Then you can send in the leads. Okay. Same thing on your website as you put your username and password on the right-hand side where it says member login. On the left-hand side where it says manage leads, you click on manage leads. On the top right, it says enter new lead or new lead. You click on it. It's going to come up with all the information that you need to put in about the business owner. What I would recommend is where it says notes, I would put the service that's needed, who you spoke with, and then the best time to contact them. And don't be scared if you're in front of a business owner to get us right on the phone. And the best way to do it is just simply, you know what, are you interested in getting money for your business, or are you interested in saving money on your processing? We have a cash discount program is exploding right now. Oh, really? What's the rates on that? You know what? My partner handles most of that. Hold on one second. Click. Hey, Mike, hey, how you doing? I actually have a business owner interested in the cash discount program. Can you just quickly, briefly give him a description of it? Turn the phone over. We'll take over the deal right there. Okay, that's how aggressive we are. That's why we put those tools in motion. So on the mobile application is a button that says support. You call that support button, we're going to pick the phone up and we're going to make sure we help you close that deal. And that's the easiest way to get things done, is get us right on the phone right there. You have to understand, business owners get busy. And so what happens is, even if that lead is sitting back there and you spoke with them, they may not pick the phone up. We'll call through them again and again, and it's difficult to get them on the phone. It's actually a lot easier when you're right there in front of them. We'll eventually get them on the phone, believe it. And if we call through them over and over again. But if you have a hot lead, what we call a hot lead, somebody that really is interested in one of our services, and you want to get them on the phone with us right then and there, we'll be more than happy to do that. It doesn't matter if it's 10 o'clock at night, we'll take calls if it's going to help an agent to get a commission check, okay? So let's take a look here. What funding is there for 250,000 to 1 million? Okay, we do have funding options for those types of deals, but the commissions are going to be still in the 1% range, depending on the types of deals. And I do want to talk to you real briefly. We offer commercial funding as well, which is if somebody already has, a property picked out. We don't specialize in commercial lending, so we're not hard money lenders by any means. We don't deal with that. But if somebody's already got a property picked out and they have something to secure the loan on, we can get something like that done. The commissions are going to be a little bit less on those types of deals. So 250,000 to 1 million, we can get them done, but the commissions are still anything after $250,000, we don't get that 10%. We might get 2 or 3 points sometimes. So it depends on the deal and which lender takes it. We can get them done. The commissions are going to be probably in the 2 to 3 point range for us. So to give you an idea, like on $1 million deal, let's say that we do make 2 points on the deal. That's typically what we're going to charge. Then you're still making a good amount of money, obviously, on the deal. So, you're talking about what's 2%, what is that, 20? So on $1 million deal, let's take a look at what you could expect. I'll do some quick math for you. And let's just say that we did it at 2% and we got $1 million deal done. So times 0.02, we're looking at 20,000 times 0.25. So you're still looking at $5,000 commission on a deal like that, which is still great. But in those deals, sometimes we can get more points on them depending on the situation. Obviously, we want to do what's best for the business owner. Now, in those situations, we don't, if we have to take less points on a deal to get a deal funded and to make everybody happy in the deal, then we'll do that, because there's still great commission in it. It's a deal that never would have come to us anyways, and we want to get you guys money in your pocket. So, but I'm going to tell you right now, typically, if there's a business owner, Charles, that needs $250,000 to $1 million, they're probably going to need a bigger deal right around the corner if they're growing at that rate. And that's a great relationship to start with, because in 6 months or a year from then, you never know, all of a sudden they need a $10 million deal because they're growing. And right now is the time when businesses are growing, because when Trump came in, as you guys know, he started making a bunch of changes to get businesses in this country, up and going, and to get business in America. So whether you love him or hate him, the fact is that he is trying to make a change for businesses, and he opened up the doors for money to be needed, and also for this private money to be able to be used. So I do want to explain that the reason that this is happening is because there's so many more businesses that are needing that kind of money, and now they can go straight to private sources, and these private sources are looking for places to place their money. So always remember, on a funding deal, what's important is this: we can get any deal done if it makes sense. If the business can pay the money back and it's worthwhile for the lender to give the money out, we can get it done. If it's a good deal, we can get it done. What we can't get done, obviously, is, everybody wants $20 million. Okay. But, do they have the means to pay it back? Is there a real, something really in play? That's the biggest thing with these deals is that, everybody wants 20 million, everybody wants $100 million, but obviously it has to be a good deal. And we can't send files into our lenders that don't make sense because they won't even look at them. And if we send them any files like that, they'll stop looking at our files. So that's exactly why we have to go through each one of them. And we'll give you, more and more information about these types of deals so that you understand the way that they work more and more and more. We can answer any questions and do a separate webinar specifically on joint venture capital funding. That way you get a better, we're going to be bringing a couple of our lenders on for a webinar pretty soon here, a couple of our funding groups, just like we did with Mercer Tech with Matt. That way they can get to talk to you guys and come right onto a webinar and explain what it is that they do and answer any questions specifically from the source. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to answer almost any question that you have about these funding deals. Okay. Is there someone I can talk to about setting up my, okay, we talked about that. Can I get my people connected now? I don't know what you mean by connected, but you mean money? Probably. So anything that you need, we can probably get done if that's what you mean. As agents. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, if you have some people that you guys want to get enrolled, we definitely have the ability to do that. We have a new site that we have coming, but we wanted to get everything secure in the back office with the videos, get the training down, make sure that when you guys start bringing in new people, but we definitely can. We have the ability right now. If you have someone that wants to get involved underneath you and start earning commissions with you, we can definitely talk to them. Just give us a call and then we'll get them involved. Mike will actually enroll them right underneath you and you'll start earning commissions underneath them. So that's absolutely an option. Just talk to Mike, call right in, tell him, hey, I have someone who's interested in becoming an agent, and you guys will get paid that commission from any deals that they bring into the table, okay? Andrea. So Ellen, we receive 25% of what WL Madden receives. Yes, I want to make that real clear, that any deal that gets done, okay, you guys are getting paid 25% commission on what the earnings are on any deal. So the commission on the deal, you guys get 25% on. So if it's a residual commission, like credit card processing, for example, and our company is making, $400 a month on the processing, you guys get 25% of that, which is $100 a month. Same thing on an SEO monthly service subscription. If they're paying us $400 a month for that, you guys will make $100 a month on that. If it's an upfront commission, like on a website, or if it's an upfront commission on a funding deal, it's 25% of that commission that we make. So whatever we make on the deal, we give you 25% of, and you guys will always get paid. We want to get you guys paid because the more money that we send out there, the more agents are going to want to sign up. Okay, so we're moving into a state of time now where more and more agents are starting to do more and more work, and there's some things that we really want to do online that we haven't had, the money to be able to put together some of the tools that we want to give to you. We had some very hardworking agents like Jess and Brandon that we're trying to do some big internet things with to give you guys some extra tools, commercials, different things that we're trying to put together for you guys, and all the softwares and things that we need to put together are extremely expensive. So the good news is that we have a lot of stuff put together, but when we get these bigger funding deals in, that's when we're going to be able to give you guys even more tools. The more tools that you guys have that we know are effective, the easier it's going to be for you guys to be bringing in money with us. Okay. Now, also, Andrea, I actually have some things to go over with you as well. And I'm sure you've been talking to Mike, and Mike's been calling your leads, because I know that you do a lot of phone calls. I'm not exactly sure what's been going on with your leads because I haven't heard in a while from you, but I'm sure Mike's working with you and Keith, and we want to get on top of your deals and see what's going on with them. So I also want to have a phone call with you. Okay, cat bat. Yes. Okay, cat bat. A little guidance. I'll call in for clarification. Okay. Yeah, you're always welcome to call in. And what you want to do is once you get connected with the company, you have the 877 number. That's over to when you got set up with the program. But if you're wanting to learn about the business services and things like that, and you needed more information on that stuff, you're probably going to want to call over here. And let me give you guys the number for those of you that don't have the number over here to Mike. It's the 877 number. I'll put it right into the webinar here. So 877 262 5036. You can ask for Keith or Mike over here, and they'll be able to work with you. I'm also in this office quite a bit. Hi, Beverly. So I'm in this office quite a bit as well, working on a bunch of stuff right now, these softwares, and on some of these bigger deals that we have coming in. And again, they're very, as you guys know, I'm very, very involved with you guys and very involved with the program, because I believe in Bill's vision. I believe in the whole idea of giving something to somebody worthwhile. And I know that we've been growing, and we've had some different things happen with we've made a lot of adjustments, and we'll continue to make them as we go along. The good news is you guys get a very realistic view of what we're doing here, because we're very transparent. So Bill's company is very transparent as well. So when anything happens with our company, you guys get to see kind of the good and the bad, which in some ways, hearing bad news is not always good, but it lets you know that, hey, at least these guys are always going to tell me what's really going on. There's no guessing work. I never have to, guess of what's really going on or what's not going on. So especially you guys that deal directly with myself, you guys always get, the truth from us, because all we're here to do is to succeed and grow together. We put this whole thing together to make sure that you guys, can get out there and actually make some money, learn about the consulting services we offer, and get a real education on how business works as you go along, which is going to be beneficial for anything that you do in the future. And we're always learning too. I've learned a lot from a lot of different agents that we've worked with. We have some agents that are doing some international funding deals that have taught me a thing or two. I learned from Brandon and Jess when it comes to some of the funnel stuff that they're doing, and we're getting into that, in a bigger way. So for those of you guys that have gotten involved with any funnels or things like that, we're learning a lot at lightning speed, and it is the wave of the future of internet marketing, but they're very, very sophisticated, and there's a ton of different ways to put them together. ClickFunnels is one resource. Luella recently sent me something actually about another company that I was going to check out, and I'm always learning from different agents that are out there. There's so much available out there, and so the more that we can learn as a group, the better. The fact of the matter is that business services are never going to go anywhere. Funding, businesses are always going to need money, always going to need to process, always going to need the newest website technology. They're always going to need, SEO services, accounting services, all the different services that we're able to offer, credit repair. And so that's another big thing that we're looking at right now, is some different relationships with some different credit repair companies. There's new things coming into play called trade lines that we're going to be able to get for people that are, there's pretty unique things happening in the credit repair world to fix people's credit up and then get them trade lines and get them actual larger lines of credit so they can run their businesses. As we already just talked about, is that Trump is trying to put new things in play all the time to be able to get people more money, to keep people spending money in this country. So these trade lines that are now available to people, it's pretty interesting, and we'll have a webinar specifically about that, because they might even be available for people like yourselves. Is credit and getting your credit fixed is extremely important. We have some amazing credit repair companies. They're fairly inexpensive, and it's usually just a one-time fee. It's not like Lexington Law or anything like that, where they're going to hit you every month and not do anything. These companies take care of everything up front. It's a one-time fee, and they'll work with you forever. So they're pretty amazing companies that we've actually got selected. And you guys will, if you guys need credit repair, or business owners that need their credit repair fixed, the commission's not huge, because we only make about $100 to $150, but it's something that every business owner needs in the long run if they're going to succeed. They need good credit so they can get better and better loans as they go along. Okay. Is there a list of all the services we offer? Well, yes, you want to stick with the services that are right on the website. Those are the main services that you want to offer right now. Okay. When we go in to the business and we actually start consulting with them, we do have a few other services that we can get to them. But the ones that are on the website are the ones you want to focus on: mobile applications, website development, funding, You want to definitely talk about the merchant services. Those are the big ones. Credit repair is another one. I believe it's on the website. If it's not, we'll get it put back on there. But that's the ones you want to focus on. We have some new relationships coming to light with accounting companies and some different things happening. We also offer reputation management and SEO services. That's right on the website. So just to clarify, what SEO is, it stands for search engine optimization. That word can be used pretty much to describe a company trying to get placement on the internet and trying to optimize their position on Google, Yahoo, Bing, getting exposure online in general. Okay, so we also do social media stuff, but again, when it comes to SEO, that's kind of all inclusive. Reputation management is our number one service, because that's what's big right now in SEO is businesses need to protect their reputation. We have a software that's amazing. Once the business owner has that software, when people leave reviews, it shoots out an SMS text message and an email directly to the client that they're doing business with for them to leave a review. It automatically shoots it out 3 times. And there's actually a filter on there that stops people from posting bad reviews on there. So the bad reviews go into an email address. Okay, that way the business owner can find out what's going on with the business. So obviously, if there's bad things and bad reviews coming in, something is a little bit, not running right. Okay, so with any company, they need to look at their processes, and if something is happening in customer service or sales, just like our company, we've had our fair share already of different situations that have come up, and we've had to remove people from the company because we might hire some salespeople that might be pushy, or we might have someone in customer service that's being lazy, and we ourselves have to do the same thing. Just like any company, we want to make sure that we protect our reputation and make sure that we offer everything that we possibly can and give people the tools they need. Always pick the phone up. These things are really important, and we want to give you guys the tools that you need. So we have some new things coming to light, some new people that we're bringing to the organization to make sure that agents are getting everything they need. You'll probably be getting phone calls from a couple different people. They're follow-up phone calls to make sure that you have all the resources that you need. If you need any help with anything, if you understood how to download the mobile application, if you understood how much you really have behind you, because it's important for people to understand that, hey, you guys own a whole consulting company with every service imaginable with huge commissions. There's nothing else out there that can pay you a $50,000 or $100,000 or $250,000 commission. There's just doesn't exist. Okay, we can show you how to go after commissions like that, but even commissions in the thousands of dollars on a business funding deal right on your own website. Take a business owner directly to the website. They get funded within 3 minutes. They can get an answer. They can have the money in their account within 24 hours, and they never even need to talk to anybody. They just need to input their information into the link on our website, and right there it will give them the exact payout. Okay, exactly how much the monthly payment is, the total payout. It's very transparent. There's no hidden punches with the funding options on our website. So if you guys have a business owner and they want to find out what they're going to get approved for, if they have over a 650 credit score, you probably want to take them directly to the link on your own website, and you can do it right on the mobile phone as well. Pull up the website on the mobile phone, and you can have them click on the funding, read more. Then it says, to learn more, there's a little red button. You press the red button, okay, and it takes you to another page, and that's where the business owner will enter their information. So the business owner will actually create an account right there. They can get approved within 3 minutes right on that website, and then they can actually have the account within the money in their account within 24 hours. The very next day, the money's going to go into their account. Now, if they don't get approved, that's okay, because we're going to get that lead and we're going to call them and get them approved for something else, a different type of loan. We might have to go through a different lender, through our pool of lenders, and we have a few different lenders that will take people no matter what their credit is, as long as they have a way to pay the money back. Okay. What's the fee for credit repair? It's going to be dependent on the packages that they need and what they're trying to do. Typically, it's going to run somewhere in the vicinity of $500 to $1,500 typically, just to fix their credit. Probably about $700 is going to be a starting package. But if they're looking for trade lines and things like that, and they're looking to really get, some of the different services that are available out there these days, it costs a little bit more money, but your commission is higher on something like that too. Now, I want to be clear on this. We do not do credit repair. None of my companies do. We're connected to a few really exceptional credit repair companies that they pay us a small commission to bring them over there. And we know how important it is for a business owner to have good credit, obviously. So that's why we bring them over there, is to make sure that after they get a loan from us or while they're working on a loan, we can get their credit fixed. That way down the road, they can get better loans. We want them to stay in business and do well, right? So that way we can have these long-term relationships with these business owners. So of course we want to teach them how to fix their credit and bring them to the best credit repair company possible. Now we are looking at a new relationship that looks like they have a monthly option, but we haven't gotten involved with them yet. We're still talking to some of their clients to make sure it's a service that we want to bring on board, and we want to vet them. All these companies we work with, we go over them very carefully, because if we're going to turn someone over to a different business, it's our name and our reputation on the line. So we vet all the companies we work with. And as we grow as a company, we want to be known for making sure that, does it have the WL Madden stamp of approval? Is this a business service company that WL Madden stands behind, right? So that's what we'd like to grow into over the course of the next couple of years. We really want to get into, the Inc. 500 coming up here in the next couple of years. And we want to be one of the faster growing companies. And with agents like you behind us, that's very possible. Okay, with some of these bigger funding projects and what we're doing right now, that is very, very possible. And it really all comes from the agents. So I'm going to tell you right now that when these things start to happen, you guys are the ones that are going to get the benefits from it, because everything that we do here as a company is going to get better. And we're really looking forward to some of these bigger deals closing, because we've been working so hard to get to where we're at now. And to be quite frank with you, as you guys already know, when we work together with our agents, our goal is to make money with you on these business services. So if we get behind any time or anything like that, we want to be able to give it a big push and then give you guys something extra. So if we can give you guys something extra to make up for any slow time that we've had with you or anything like that, we want to be able to take very good care of you. You guys that know me personally, that talk to me, know that I give this 100%, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're well taken care of within our network. And I've gone weeks without sleep and food. Sometimes I'll sleep. As a matter of fact, just the other night I was sleeping on the couch at the office again, because I was here late working, and it had to be done. I was exhausted and I passed out here at the office. But I want to make sure that we get this thing running as smoothly as possible for you guys, like a well-oiled machine. And that's why I want to get these videos back there and the training done with you guys, make sure that you guys have everything that you need. And yeah, I'm sorry about that door keep opening and closing. I know it's loud on the webinar. So Mike's here with us too. So he's been listening in, but he's been working real hard. He's been sick. So he's working even though he's sick. And Mike stays here with me 10, 12 hours too. So he's very dedicated to the cause. So he'll stay here all day with me, because agents are needing calls. And he's working really hard right now going through, and you'll probably be getting phone calls from him, because he's checking up on people, making sure they have everything they need, which is exactly what the atmosphere that we want here as a company, is to make sure that everybody understands what's going on and has what they need. And again, I know that we're a little bit slow on some of the things that we were telling you that we're going to give you. Believe me, we're working as fast and as hard as we can to get those things done for you. Okay. So which link on the website do they click on, Alan? Okay, so you're probably talking about on the funding. So on your website, when you go to WL Madden, and just so you understand, there is a video. It's on YouTube. I can actually probably pull the link up right now on how to do this. Same thing with how to download the mobile application. Same thing with how to do a business scan with reputation management. This is my fault for not having them in the back office yet, piece by piece, but we wanted to remake them for you before we put them back there. But we might just put them back there temporarily so you have them. But to answer your question, if you go on the homepage, okay, don't click on services, just scroll down on the page until it gets to funding. All right, when you get to funding, you're going to click right above it, and it allows you to click and open up to a bigger page. And then when you read at the very bottom, you'll see a red button. that they're going to click on. And let me give you exactly what it says, because I don't want to misquote this here. So let's take a look, even though I see it every single day. So if I scroll down right now on the website, and I wish you guys were looking at what I'm looking at, and you go to our services and you see funding right there, you can click on the word funding and it opens up to another page. Then when you scroll down again on that page, it says we have also partnered with Fundbox to expedite the process of getting a loan in as little as 24 hours. You could have up to $100,000 deposited directly into your account for business expenses. Click the button below to submit the form. Then it says click here. That's where they're going to click. When they click right there, it takes them to a completely separate page, which is one of our partner banks. And then it has the business owner put in their first name, last name, business email, phone number. They're going to choose a password, just like you would if you were opening any type of account. It's going to ask for their business's annual revenue, and then it's going to click get started now. And they're just going to keep following the steps right there. When they follow those steps, it's going to give them an instant approval. It's going to ask for their banking information. It might ask for their QuickBooks account. It's going to do a 3-minute scan and give them an instant approval, just like the credit card companies these days. Some of you guys may have gotten a credit card online where you went online to Discover, for example. You clicked on the link. You never talked to anybody, or maybe a little chat came up and asked you a couple of questions, just like they would on Fundbox, and it asks you to verify who you are, and then it says, okay, great, your credit card's coming in the mail, and you never even talk to anybody. Same thing with this service. It works off of computer systems and algorithms, and that's the power that we bring to the table. Is we have the newest and most sophisticated services that we could possibly find. The best business service relationships that are out there right now belong to WL Madden. The best funding options, no matter where you were to look around the country as far as funding, we've developed an aggressive pool of lenders that, the WL Madden name is getting known, and these lenders are now coming to us saying, hey, we have a pool of lenders too. Can you work with us? Can you work with us? And so, we make sure that we can only send businesses, obviously, to the right people to get this money, because there's a lot of scams going out there, just like in the home-based business world. Just the same thing happens in real business, is that people say, oh yeah, I can get you $20 million, but I'm going to need, $50,000 up front to get the deal done. They'll send that $50,000, and then all of a sudden there is no funding company. Okay, so that happens. It happens more than you know. It's a new scam that's going on. There's all types of scams going on, so we have to be careful to protect the interest of our clients if we're going to be getting involved with these bigger funding deals, to make sure that these funding companies are who they say they are. We have to make sure that they've done a lot of funding deals in the past, take a look at their record and what they're capable of. And so we have some amazing lenders that we're working with right now that get the jobs done, and we have a couple big ones right now. A $65 million deal, an oil deal that's looking really, really well. It's in the final stages, and then from there it will be 60 to 90 days out. That will get funded, and then we get paid our commission. At that point in time, there's going to be an explosive growth here with all kinds of exciting things happening. And even right now, as we speak, with the different loans that we're doing, we're starting to get in all types of approvals on these deals. We have some amazing softwares that we're putting in place that are going to allow us to call campaigns faster and better and track everything the way that it really needs to be tracked. That way, everything is done, from a standpoint of a company. We want to do it as efficiently as possible, and we need some of these different software packages in order to be able to track everything as quickly as possible, get the work done for you. Everything needs to be in the back office with notes on it, so everybody can see exactly what's going on. That's what's important to us, is that there's complete transparency within the company. You guys can see everything that's going on. That way there's no guesswork as far as what's going on with leads and what's being worked on. You can listen to the voice recordings. The new database that we're about to implement in about 2 to 3 weeks lets you click on a lead and lets you listen on every single part of the phone call that's being made when we call from the office. Now, sometimes, Mike or I might call certain deals from our cell phone if we need to, which sometimes it's not always recorded, but you guys are right there with us to listen to those deals. Okay, but 9 times out of 10, everything's being done on recorded lines on these deals, especially on the end of the funding deals. We have to do it legally recorded. So that way, everything that's being said is all tracked. So there's no misconceptions down the road with the funding company or the business owner telling us, oh, I thought I was getting 60,000. I only got 42,000. Well, here's the recording. So I'm pretty sure that you did understand you were getting 42,000. Here's the contract. So, we don't want to have any misconceptions or any situations like that. All right. So hopefully that answers your questions about the link. And like I said, there will be some phone calls coming out to you guys individually, some appointments that I need to keep with you guys that have been working very closely with us. And I'm excited for what's about to happen. I'm excited that we have a great team here and that we're going to be introducing these new softwares and some of these new websites that we've been waiting so long on. We're finally going to be able to put them all together and get things up to full speed. Okay, so I'll be talking to you guys soon, and I wish you luck, and I want you to continue doing exactly what you're doing, and start getting us in some leads so we can close some more deals for you guys, and we'll talk to you on Saturday. So make sure that you're tuned in on Saturday. We'll have another exciting webinar to go over some more information with you guys, and I'm sure Mike will be on there either Saturday or next Wednesday with us as well. Okay, you guys have a great night.